Cena bule. Sambil menunggu ya guys, kita main FC 26. Ya kan. FC 26 dong. Si se ona kamusta, si se konnichiwa. Jangan sampai nge-lag lagi anjing. Ji, ulas sare uji. Dia tidur. Gak tidur dah gue nih. Anjir. Kecewa El Viking dipulangin sama si anjir. Jujur aing tadi dukung Norway karena gimana ya? Suka aja sama Norway, cuman ya udahlah. Inggris better, Cok. Ini kenapa nggak mau masuk BTW, Mas? Gamenya. Tapi kalau emang sampai kejadian sih Argentina Prancis jujur agak kurang gitu. Kayak aneh aja anjing 2 kali ketemu. Tapi we never know anjing. Bola itu emang gak bisa ditebak, babi. Makanya jangan parlay adik-adik ya. Harusnya seri 2 sama, tapi itu pemain Inggris dramatis jatuh. Iyalah anjing udah kayak gitu. Halo Ahmad, Ahmad Rafi viewer paling konsisten anjing. Thank you tapi Ahmad Rafi ya, selalu mampir. Kenapa lama? Maaf ya, PC-nya low end sekarang guys. Kita mencoba nyari, ya udahlah kita pakai ini dulu ya. Backsound dulu adik-adik, jangan lupa di like adik-adik. Wen ya ketemu Bang Winda. Baru aja mau mulai loh. Ya. Game. Sekarang jadi jelek anjir voice over ini EA. Dulu kan EA Sport is in the game. Apa-apa walaupun tanpa bintang di atasnya, yang penting udah mulangin apa? Mulangin negara yang bintang-bintangnya banyak. Walaupun tanpa bintang di atasnya. Ini konteksnya apa nih? Siapa nih? Oh, kayak Ronaldo, Neymar yang kayak gitu. Tapi jujur sih yang paling sedih tuh Neymar, atau kenapa anjing kayak lebar aja gitu ngelihatnya anjing. Karena mungkin emang dia ya ini sih ya, kultur Brazil ya anjing, kehidupannya jadi kayak gitu anjing. Coba kalau dia konsisten coba dari dulu, nggak kayak pemain Brazil lainnya gitu, nggak duit gitu. Kita mainnya online ya guys, biar perasa tengil-tengil. Apa sih mana sih? Kok nggak ada mas? Oh iya. Halo bang Halo nih, Taratmawati. Ah, Benita kan yang Neymar dipulangin sama Roy Ian nih. Oh iya juga ya bodor. Lupa aing. Kesalahannya cuma satu itu Brazil. Kenapa yang ngetek penalti ini kenapa nggak Vini? Anjing. Zero we never know ya. Ya cuma kan better gitu di Vini gitu kan. Kemungkinannya masuk ke lebih gede gitu. Available for 5 days 16 hour guys. Apakah kita bisa mendapatkan yamin ayam? Siapa lagi di sini bagus? Lamin Yamal. Yang 98 Lamin Yamal doang anjing. Gak ada Dembele anjing. Van de Ven. Aureli Gula. Saibari. Opong. Opong. Iya, kebanyakan berita-berita terus FC26 tuh anjing ya. Iya, iya maaf. Kemarin Aing langsung keluar, geng. Bukan keluar sih anjing, itu gangguan sinyal Aing anjir. Bisa quicksell dia. Enter double anjay. Apa store? Tapi emang tadi Bellingham on fire, ketemunya biasanya Haaland. Dan biasanya jangan iya anjir. Enggak, udah on fire. Kemarin juga on fire anjir sebenarnya tuh. Yang lawan apa kemarin terakhir Inggris lupa. 2 gol sama defense-nya juga kan Edan anjir. Cuma gak tau kenapa kalau di Madrid tim lempem ya anjing. Ya apa sih dapatnya yang cewek terus dah. Inggris. Anjing. Gue dapet yang bagus. Udah sini. Si Ken sih jujur respect mah anjir udah tua juga. Polis. Oh, anjing, gak tak 6 cok. Yalah, harus ada bestinya baru on fire ya juga anjing. Ya era Olisnya jelek cok. Oh, guys, kita grinding aja guys. Ini objektif apa deh? Zoom. Iya, iya. Kita main yang turnamen dong. Rival dong. Eligible. Eligible. Kita tuh nggak. Wait a minute. Salah pencet. Kenapa kita nggak ganti sama si. Sabar dong. Kenapa? Babi. Jelek banget ini harusnya. ganti deh sama ini musik. Kemarin Harry Kane yang cetak sekali satu lapangan habisnya langsung dia cetak. Iya ya. Sabar. Itu not foul ya? CM kita. Si Harry Kane yang kemarin terakhir teh berarti total udah berapa gol dia sekarang aja? Topnya sekarang kan berarti Mbappe, Messi, satu lagi siapa? Yang top 3-nya? Mbappe, Messi, siapa lagi sih? Yang 8 gol kan? 8 sampai 3
Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray and joining me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. And what we have coming up for you is the first contest of this new campaign in Division Rivals. What do you anticipate seeing, Stuart?
Both sides will want to hit the ground running, so it's vital they get off to a good start here. This should be a really decent game.
Dia pakai Ronaldo juga sama ini. Jujur udah lama nggak main ini. Udah lama enggak. Udah lama enggak. Jangan tengil, jangan tengil.
Play with two wingers in this 4-3-3 formation, so they need to switch the ball quickly and get crosses into the box. But they also need to get at least two midfield players making runs into the penalty area. That's a must.
Kita punya Peleg yang tenang. Bajingan. Ada Neymar? Gue punya Neymar anjing licik. Licik. Saya makers cok. Dapat dong. Courtois cok super kita. Walaupun gol ya Courtois-nya. Ini counter attack. Anjing bodoh. Ih, tengewat anjing musuhnya. Sialnya. Hop, 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 hop,
introducing the visitors lineup today. In goal for this match, it's Matthew Ryan. Alexis Salamakers plays with Neymar out wide, and so many different ways to configure an attack. In this case, it'll be two men up front. Could play it in. Shaping to shoot.
Anjir.
And the goalkeeper has outdone himself with that save. And he's fired over the corner, but into the keeper's gloves.
Salah defense ini.
And a clever piece of defending. Iago Aspas.
Aduh, Aspas. Itu boyak itu siapa?
And he might be through here.
Courtois.
High class goalkeeping from
Masih ada. Ini Neymar cok.
Ronaldo.
Nice defense.
And did just enough defensively.
That really is a good block.
Well, not many do it better when it comes to scoring goals than Ronaldo. What might we see from him in this one?
What a performance it was for him last time out. Those 3 goals were absolutely outstanding. But it was his general performance that I admired, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of him today.
Astagfirullah.
Ronaldo. Scope now for Ronaldo to profit. A disappointing end to the move.
Nih, lihat nih.
Akram Afif. Well, this looks really productive. What can they do from this position?
Monyet dah.
Oh, disappointing end to that.
Aduh.
Neymar's there. Others might join in.
Iya.
And a chance
Sini
to
kan kamu.
whip it in here.
Enggak ya. Sini kamu. Enggak ya. Ditutup, nggak bisa.
Oh, it looked really promising for them.
No chance of getting through on that occasion, was there?
Bye. Kenapa Pele anjing? Mas.
Oh, fine play and maybe it'll set something up.
Aduh, kenapa gitu anjing?
Scraps for them to feed on. Alexis Salamakers. It's with Preciado. We saw the situation developing. Oh, this is looking promising.
Ya ampun.
Went in strongly, decisively. Can anyone stop him?
Kelamaan. Si Aspas dari mana lupa ya? Tego Aspas.
Neymar with teammates to help
Dari mana
him.
guys? Saling tahu nggak?
And flying forward here. Must take the lead here.
Uduh.
He's missed it. How on
Gila.
earth is this still level?
Well, I just don't know, Derek. Just a real lack of composure in the end. They should be ahead now.
In position. Well, that is top-class goalkeeping for you.
Yeah, really smart piece of goalkeeping there, as you said. So agile.
Trying to pick out a teammate. Well, just the kind of save every goalkeeper would expect to make.
Well, as you can see, this has been a fairly open contest. Chances at both ends, plenty of good attacking play, and it's been really entertaining.
Ya ampun, apa sih itu, Dok?
Well, that takes the wind out of their sails. Great defending. Weston McKennie. Really good challenge. Iago Aspas. And Pele on the ball.
Pele.
Showing a great defensive instinct. And he's broken free.
Masuk.
And there it is.
Dari kuda hitam mana Rogia masuk top skor. Gol si Haaland, lalu si Haaland on fire.
Well, he wasn't going to waste this
Kali bukan
chance.
kuda hitam dia.
1v1 against the keeper,
Dan
and
ini
he
mereka
slots it
baru
away
pertama
with
kali
great
nggak sih?
confidence. That's a
Sampai
good
ke
finish.
ini. Sampai ke tahap sekarang gitu. Ya udah nice try gitu
Back
dong.
underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Paes. Promising attack.
Mana kamu?
Can he
Mana
put
kamu?
it away? Stunning piece of defending. Oh, that's splendid play. And giving it away.
Jelek banget motornya anjing.
Ronaldo. Interesting pass. They could level it. Oh, terrific save. He's driven in the corner. Oh, that's a super piece of defending.
Nice.
And there it is, the half-time
Sejauh ini
whistle.
kedudukan masih 1-0 jadi kita nggak punya pengganti cadangan yang bagus anjing.
Well, underway once more, and it's going to be fascinating to see what developments occur in this second half. Molina. On the ball, Salamakers. And finding their flow. But the danger averted for now. Pierre. Akram Afif. That's a good
Ya
looking
ampun kena
pass.
anjing.
Ronaldo.
Pasti mau ke si ini ya.
He made good progress there.
Offset dong.
Oh, big opportunity. The flag has gone up here. Offside it is.
Ya polisi main cobain.
And time for the change now. It has gone over the touchline for what will be a throw-in.
Au salah.
He's certainly not alone.
Ya Allah tuh kemana dia?
Oh dear, that was miles off target. And defensive play to be applauded. Well, a fine first-half contribution from Ronaldo. As always, keen to get your take.
After a slow start where he was tightly marked, he got better and better
Ya
as
Allah,
the
itu
first
kemana?
half went on, and he got his reward with that goal. I'm looking forward to his second half display.
Shit.
Oh, he's left his marker for dead. Neymar! Oh, it's an unbelievable save by Courtois. Let's see about the delivery. And forcing the mistake.
Nice anjir
And
Courtois,
taken
astagfirullahaladzim kaget.
cleanly by the keeper.
Dapat dong, berisik. Ih, kebaca.
Untidy to lose the ball. And so 30 minutes left for play in this one. Might be a chance here.
Hubak.
And it's gone in. Just what the doctor ordered. Things looking very bright for them now with this buffer. 2-0 now and back underway.
Eish. Eish.
Akramafif.
Set.
Maybe dangerous
Tat.
here. Ronaldo.
Jadi aduh.
Well, the keeper made the save pretty easily in the end.
Ya.
Teammates available.
Aduh anjing. Kiper.
High quality defending.
Buang.
Akramafif.
Nice
Promising
banget
looking
anjir.
ball.
Aduh.
Well-timed tackle. Promising attack. Is it going to be?
Gila, ganteng banget nggak tuh geng.
Another goal, and surely there's no
Kalau ini di musuhnya langsung quit sih.
Well, here's the replay, and just look at that power. That's almost unstoppable. That's a great strike.
Tapi respect ini musuhnya dia
Is
nggak
this going to be a
ini cok.
thrashing?
Anjing kayak Haaland dia.
3-0 now.
Udah rage quit anjing.
Well, we have 20 minutes left in this game,
Aduh, salah pencet.
and they'll get ready for the throw-in. And a tidy tackle. Could be a chance to break. Played through by Pele. Ronaldo, opportunity. And a fine stop. It's with Bobadilla. On the ball, Salamakers.
Ih, gila.
Well,
Gila nggak
after
tuh
the
defensing
tackle
geng.
came up with the ball. And giving them too much space on the flank. Weston McKennie. They had the advantage. Pele!
Dih,
A goal! And a turn
emang
on
jago
this
aing
sort
mah.
of form. Very few would lay a glove on them. And this is turning into something of a rout. 4-0. A very effective challenge put in. Ah, the art of beating your opponent. Well, that is asking for a yellow
Sorry.
card.
Nggak sengaja. Maaf ya, maaf. Ya Allah, kayak mau masuk aja.
Well, you can't get them right every time.
Well,
Ih,
poor effort, I
diketawain
have
anjing
to say.
komentatornya jahat.
Not sure what he was thinking there.
Pele. And support available. Afif. And Pele on the ball.
Iya.
And the keeper there to make sure nothing untoward happened. Ahmed. Well, after pressing like that, maybe the short route to goal. Trying to plot a route. tremendously strong in the tackle. Well, that's asking for a yellow card.
Oh, yellow ya. Kesel sih kalau yang jadi musuhnya nih.
And making sure there was no danger in the end.
That really was a lovely bit of defending there.
Cordoba.
Astaga.
Surely. Well, they pulled one back, but perhaps a bit too late in this
2 menit
contest.
aku bobok.
They haven't been at the races this evening.
Makam jangan lupa di like.
Pulisic.
Aduh, polisi jerk ya.
2 minutes of stoppage time coming up.
Kamu pasti mau terobosannya, nggak bisa. Iya.
Oh, he looks threatening. And collected with considerable ease.
Rip. Nice.
And that is going to be that. Well, a tale of woe in terms of the scoreline.
Aduh, relegasi lagi bro. Kalau kalah kita turun anjing ini. 30 menit lagi ya menuju kick off. Sumpah anjir butuh RW cowok, nggak ada RW kita. Ada sih si polisi jujur kurang nih. Ganti siapa dong? Ini copyright geng, betul lagunya anjing. Oh nggak jelek-jelek, benerin lah. Daripada nggak ada sama sekali kan. Aduh, copyright. Udah mau copyright cuma dapat 100 perakan anjing. Pakainya yang salah ya. Harusnya itu ininya dolar nggak sih, jangan rupiah ya. Mata duitnya. Copyright. Aduh panas pengen mandi ini.
A warm welcome to you and thanks for joining us for another game live on EA TV. My name's Guy Mowbray, I'm joined by Sue Smith in the commentary position, and we've got action from division rivals coming right up. What are we going to get from this one?
Well, I'm really looking forward to this one today. It'll be interesting to see how both teams line up. But
It's
what
not
an
about the
atmosphere we have here. I
character in
absolutely
game, it's
can't
about
wait.
the player. Kan? Kata juga. Anjing santai itu goblok.
Here's how the home side lines
Ya
up.
kan? Bodoh
Yeah, they're
anjing,
playing a
karakternya doang bagus.
4-3-3. One central striker with
tadi
the
bercanda.
wingers providing the width. A quite narrow three in midfield and then a back four with the fullbacks. They're going to be expected to get up and down those flanks.
Awas itu ngalangin banget si skor itunya apa tuh? Overallnya.
This is today's Wanderers lineup. Thibaut Courtois is in goal. Lionel Messi starts with Neymar in the wide positions, and they'll play with a lone striker up front. Oh, that's superb technique to get past. A promising move stalls.
Yeah, that looks really promising. They'll be disappointed, you know.
Could be setting something now. Well, he's a player that many have been talking about. Will we be talking about him for the right reasons today, though?
Yeah, 2 goals last time out. That's why he's the focus. Difficult to mark.
Hang on, Sue, they're in. Well, that hasn't taken long. In front already.
Si begawal nih
So
yang
off we
golnya.
go at 1-0. He's flying forward here. Well, what a place to lose the ball just when the chance was on.
Ya Allah, baru golin 1 tengilnya.
Now can't hold on forever. This to be level.
Tah, satu
This
anjing.
could be.
Awas, aku mau selebrasi, awas,
What a
awas, mau selebrasi,
terrific
awas, awas.
2-and-fro start to the match.
Well, I certainly
Oh,
want
langsung
to see this
skip.
again.
Yo, panas,
You have
panas.
to praise the assist here. It's such an impressive technique to set up the chance, and it's good movement to get on the end of it. Really shows his composure in front of goal, doesn't he?
Saya panik.
This is looking good. What next?
Oh,
Looking now for a
jing,
direct
jing.
route. Genuine chance. Great defending. And that's won back nicely in a good area. Determined defending.
Kasih.
Ball lost and the chance gone.
Hit. Hit. Hit.
Has to turn them around. The attack
anjing.
is over. Acres of green grass to roam into. Chance to go ahead. Just needs the composure now.
Wah.
It's there, and into the lead they go. And that's a really good pick out. Moving the ball forward, hoping something might open up. A chance to cross here. Pele. Oh, could be here. And the attack collapses. McKennie. Pele. Moving forward under no real pressure. And that's a shame for them.
Wah,
Nothing
anjing.
doing.
Kalah ini. Wah, shit.
Wanderers' work pays off. They've got the ball back. Oh, great work. What's next? And this could be. And no trouble at all for a
Terus dikit
grateful
bentar, guys.
goalkeeper.
Yeah, and the attempt wasn't that bad, really, was it? It was just the finish that let him down.
Wanderers
Anjing.
have possession again.
Si Apip, cok. Goreng gitu anjing.
Played in with that.
Astagfirullah, pelek. Peler.
And it's a proper scrap in there now.
Yeah, neither side can keep the ball, can they?
Aduh, kenapa lo sih?
Nicely
Bisa.
played.
Terboba di sini.
Now he's in. Very well kept out, alert and ready. Having a look, and enough on it, or deflected onto the bar. Pass was read, and the ball has changed hands.
Nice.
That's gone out of play. Throw in to come. Decent chance, and a superb block.
Goblok kata kemana anjing?
Well read to gain possession. Neymar.
Anjing lagi nyerang
And
apa sih?
that whistle brings the first half
Wah,
to a
wasit si
close.
Ideung, Cok. Ini wasit yang viral di TikTok nih, anjing. Udah mau relegasi.
The action resumes. Let's see what this half brings. Pele.
Pele Busquets, anjing.
A turnaround in possession. Excellent positioning. More than one option available here for Wanderers. No need to stop the play. On they go. Seeking goal number 2, but denied.
Yeah, you can tell he's lively. He's finding little pockets around the goal more and more now.
Possession changes hands. One back by Wanderers. Getting closer.
Crazy, Cok.
This is an excellent run. And the pass intercepted right at the key point.
Yeah, it was good positioning there, wasn't it?
That's a good ball. Great defending. Ronaldo.
Up.
And the chance slips away. Well, he's certainly had a decent game so far, or maybe better than that. I think it's fair to say he hasn't disappointed. Well, he got all of that, and a whole lot more. But he's missed the goal by a mile.
Baiknya mereka masuk neraka. Apa itu ke Pele? Siapa botak?
Really good
Oh, bisa nih.
interception to take the ball. Wanderers with plenty of space to attack. Will it ever open up here? Ronaldo. Is this the equaliser? And there's his second of the match, leading the way for the team.
Ayo, joget. Teng.
So level pegging as the game kicks off once more. Messi. Now to deliver a good ball in. Terrific chance. Well, he's got 2 now, and he's playing a starring role here. Cordoba. Pele. And Wanderers have got the ball back now.
Hai.
That's got rid of the ball, but a corner to come. Substitution coming up. And they go short with the corner. Fabinho. Well, what a place to lose the ball just when the chance was on. No sign of stopping yet. No way through, possession lost. This could level it. And 2 becomes 3 as he completes his hat-trick. A superb performance. Well, please let the fun continue as this cracking game gets going again. He's done well to get past his marker. They won't be going any further. Nicely won. And into the last 15 minutes.
Mau apa sih sama Neymar?
And that
Tua.
has stopped any potential danger. the ball is lost, and the chance has gone too. There could be a chance to win the game here. Pulisic. Closed it down well. Oh,
Panik
great
kemarin.
work from the keeper to avert the danger.
Anjing goblok kena. Ih.
Wanderers moving it forward with purpose. Something on, maybe. Good work. They've got it back.
Anjing. Ya
And
ampun
problems
sia.
here for them. Oh, surely. Oh, he stands tall and keeps it out brilliantly. Pele. Pulisic. Oh, what a save. Razor-sharp reactions. And what a chance this could be to potentially win the game from this corner. Sub about to come on. It's put into the middle.
Anjing. Anjing.
Someone's got to do something about this. Getting closer, maybe closer to a winning goal. This to win it. It's in, and it might well be the winning goal. And away we go again at 4-3.
Aduh,
And there's the final blast. Not the result these fans...
Anjing, bab. Nah, delegasi atuh. Berapa menit lagi ya? BTW. Copyright anjing. Store. Apakah kita banyak objektif yang terpenuhi? Lama lagi. Apa sih? Ya Allah, cuma satu anjing. Rare gold anjing. Enggak, skip. Now if you're trying to break my heart, it's working 'cause you know that's a be me holding your hand. That's a be me. Lagi mau SSC. Udah. Udah mau kick off 5 menit lagi. Kalau mandi nggak akan keburu ya. Sumpah sih si Coach Justin enak banget ya. Live nobar tapi dapet duit gitu. Lihat si Uji malah main RDR, lihat. Kita coba dulu monitor yang ini dah. Kenapa yang gak mau nyala euy? Bisa merusak anjir. Ada aja musibahnya tuh ya. Babi aku sih. Kick off babi. Bentar adik-adik. Masih. Saatnya melihat juragan Messi Sampai 2 kali Piala Dunia Messi dan udah.
Selamat menyaksikan.
So whose name is going to be the last one into this year's tantalising semi-final lineup? The Argentinians with the greatest artist of them all, or the street-smart Switzerland? Argentina in the winning colours of 2022, the light blue and white, the Swiss wearing the red. And for the right to play England in Atlanta on Wednesday. And Kansas City is noisy, but it's also a hub of nervous anticipation as well. As Dan Ndoye tries to creep beyond Argentina for the first time. This is Zakaria who fired it back towards the Argentinian 6-yard box with purpose before he nudges over Alexis McAllister. Well, Brad Friedel, nobody in here really knows what to expect, and such is the beauty of this game that we love. We don't either.
Well, I think Switzerland's going to be a little bit cautious defensively. They definitely don't want to go a goal down. They know the brilliance of Messi, but there's also some other brilliant players that are on this pitch for Argentina. What we just saw on the first action of the game for Switzerland, and Ndoye is a handful, and he's going to cause Molina and Romero and De Paul on that side some issues with his pace, and they'll try to look to feed Embolo. For Switzerland, I think it's paramount they get to halftime 0-0 or even go up a goal. But this is not going to be an easy test for Argentina, as some may think.
That comeback against Egypt has already been dubbed the 14-minute miracle. I think most were preparing the Argentinian obituaries. Those on the pitch in Atlanta certainly won't. But they probably do need a win that carries assurance tonight if people are to believe that this is going to be their year again. Here's Ricardo Rodriguez, one of the stable members of this Swiss side now for many years. And back it goes to Gregor Korbel, who was one of the heroes for Switzerland in that round of 16 win over Colombia. His big penalty save from Cucho Hernandez, which has ultimately
be busy at times this evening.
Who will be on the goal hunt tonight, Julian Alvarez. He has watched Lionel Messi score time and again, including the hat-trick he scored inside this stadium. And he is still yet to get off the mark himself. Ndoye, who has pace, and pace to test Molina. And Molina went with him, but the last touch, well, it appeared it had come off the Argentinian, but clearly it was Ndoye.
Well, it's not 3 minutes gone, difficult to stop.
Eighth meeting between these two nations tonight, a third of the World Cup. Though through it all, never a Swiss victory over Argentina. Martinez to Christian Romero. Here is Molina. De Paul. Powerfully away by Elvedi. Bolo didn't keep his feet, but Rieder kept his active to try and run that down, and he's got a big part to play for Switzerland tonight. Fabian Rieder, very much liked by Murat Yakin for the high press that he provides, the energy to this Switzerland team.
And the energy by So. I think those two are going to be integral to them getting chances and being able to play in transition when they win the ball.
Zakaria, who is more naturally a central midfielder, the captain of his club side Monaco, but it's been utilised as a right-back in this tournament for Switzerland, certainly in their last few games. Xhaka. Switzerland patiently waiting to see if a gap is going to appear. Freul is the one who makes the bursting run. Back it comes to Alvedi. Here's Manuel Akanji. whose penalty miss against Colombia a few days ago mattered not in the end. And for Switzerland tonight, remember, no Joan Manzambi again, who has been a World Cup sensation. 3 goals, 2 assists for him, but was not able to recover from his injury to play this evening, having missed that Colombia game as well. Taken back, and Rieder has it for Switzerland. Mbolo, Rieder. So is there, headed away by Martinez.
Well, so far, Switzerland is dictating the possession and the press. I think they're surprising Argentina at the early stages of this match.
Who have lost it again, the champions. Xhaka, Djibril Sow, 1 change for Switzerland. Zacharia's cross with a deflection, missed by Mbolo. And then over the top by distance from Xhaka. 150 seconds Swiss cap this evening for Granit Xhaka, already the record holder, which you will not be surprised to hear in terms of Swiss caps, given the high number. Well, whatever path presents itself for Lionel Scaloni's Argentina, to win it from here, they need to conquer anything and everything European.
They have a couple of monumental tasks ahead of them if they want to lift the trophy, but they've got one right here in front of them. The way that Switzerland has positioned themselves, the way that they've set up, and the intent. The Swiss team is set up to win this match, not to just be the almost semi-finalists.
Perhaps encouraged by the fragility that Argentina have quite readily shown in their last couple of games. Tagliafico now. Molina. And here's Messi, who hasn't had too many touches of the ball tonight, and the Roar will tell you when he's on the ball. Molina. Valverde there to sweep it away. Messi. McAllister. Argentina corner.
It is remarkable. Lionel Messi hasn't touched the ball yet, and the first 2 times he does, he creates 2 chances. You see 4 Swiss players try to get around Lionel Messi. The problem with that is other players are going to be open if he does elude you.
That Messi hat-trick here against Algeria, the first World Cup treble that he had ever scored in his career. And it is Messi's ball which came through, and via a Swiss head, it will be another Argentina corner.
Yeah, he hits these with such precision. Very difficult when the runs are good to defend against it. That's Mbolo, just gets enough on the header.
And given the fact that it feels like it is about 90% Argentinians inside this Kansas City stadium tonight, if not a smidge more, the sound every time Lionel Messi is on or near the ball is deafening. Messi's corner, what passes! Alexis McAllister with precision. And after the scares of recent days, Argentina have a storming start.
Well, just as truly remarkable, Lionel Messi. Switzerland were just getting in the groove. They thought they started the match well, which they did. Argentina, they had no attacks. The first time Messi gets an attack, he creates 2 chances. The first corner was inches away from being perfect. The second one is perfect. Tremendous service, tremendous run, tremendous timing, and an even better glancing header by McAllister.
His first goal of this World Cup. Messi the provider, McAllister with the end product, and a monumentally big start for the Albi Celeste.
Yeah, this is exactly what Switzerland didn't want. When you have to chase a game against this Argentinian team with Lionel Messi in it, you're going to have to open up at some stage, and Messi will find openings.
And that goal the fastest for Argentina so far at this 2026 FIFA World Cup. On the 10-minute mark from Argentina's number 20. Provided by Argentina's number 10. All the digits make sense. Pressure from Alvarez. And Murat Yakin might fancy a bit of thinking space all of a sudden, the Switzerland head coach.
Apa tuh?
Robust from Romero.
Was a little bit silly. He's going nowhere. It's on the halfway line. I don't think you need to clatter into him like that.
There is the FIFA Secretary General, Matthias Grafström, and alongside him, one of Argentina's greatest, Mario Kempes.
Itu kayak aneh banget ya gini. Nonton Piala Dunia pagi-pagi gitu sekarang ini. Anjing bahaya.
Bolo, just a little behind so, but he readjusted, but then couldn't find the pass that Ndoye wanted.
So.
Well, that confidence Switzerland showed in the early moments of the match have evaporated just a little bit with this Argentinian goal.
And you will note the black armbands tonight as well, Argentina players remembering Antonio Albaldo Ratin, who has died at the age of 89. Tall, tenacious, commanding midfielder in his day, whose legacy at Boca Juniors is like few others. He spent his entire playing career there, won 5 league titles in his homelands, and he represented Argentina at 2 World Cups as well, including 1966 when he captained the national side and wore the famous number 10 jersey. Now the Swiss leaning on their own powers of recovery, behind for the first time in this FIFA World Cup. In fact, they were the only team that went through all of qualifying and indeed up to this very point tonight before Alexis McAllister's goal, having not been behind at any point in this World Cup cycle.
We'll see what kind of character they can show going 1-0 down against one of the world's elite.
Ada aja coba. Ada aja cobaannya teh. Pagi-pagi udah emosi.
Kanji. Molina. Did well to pluck that out of the sky.
Alah kemana eta?
Can't quite poke the ball on towards Messi.
Hmm.
Rodriguez being hounded in all directions. And Messi comes away with it for Argentina. Might have just lost his balance, but the nature of McAllister's tenaciousness wins it back temporarily. This is Ndoye.
Very good counter pressing by DePaul. And Molina here, he had to go and press because he had vacated his spot. This is exactly what Argentina want. They want Lionel Messi on the ball, cutting inside to use that left foot of his. Well defended by Switzerland.
Zakaria trying a new path. Bolo just showed too much of the ball to not one but two Argentinian defenders, and that was enough. Ball foul by Rodriguez.
I think Murat Yakin will mind this. It's pressing high up the field, showing their intent again, how they wanted to start the game. Just as Lionel Messi's going to find himself with 2 or 3 players around him, likewise Embolo.
Manis, ini manis. Dia manis. Ini nih. Enggak. Enggak. Aneh anjir.
Forward it goes towards Alvarez, who has the pace to disrupt Akankah. Stuck to the task well, the Swiss defender on that occasion. Paredes. Messi. Alvarez, back to Messi. It's Tagliafico, who was one of the players whose perhaps position was under an element of scrutiny, not because of poor performances, but just because of the options that Lionel Scaloni has in that left-back area, and whether he wanted a more defensive or attacking player to fill the position tonight. Nobody had scored more than Argentina coming into these quarter-finals. 14 in their 5 matches, now 15 in 6. Paredes underneath it, but without the distance he wanted to get on it, but then he crunched into the jack-up challenge on Freuler. Jack-up challenge, he had made that.
The number 10 areas, and in these pockets, and Akankah and Alves with the ball. Messi starting to drift in the number 10 areas and in these pockets.
And as you may have already seen, England into the semi-finals after their win following extra time against Norway earlier. So's effort right at Martinez.
I think Switzerland can find a lot of joy behind Paredes, in front of Romero and Lisandro Martinez, and attacking Molina's side with Ndoye.
Martinez's ball forward was perfectly placed for Alvarez and his speed, but Alvarez had a head start and he is flagged for offside. But certainly now with Argentina in front, he can be a real menace with his pace behind those in red.
And his work rate, and then when he tires out, you have Lautaro Martinez to come in. This Argentinian squad is not lacking of quality.
Zakaria waited for So, who was met very crisply indeed by Lisandro Martinez. There's a litany of Argentinian stars here tonight. Javier Pastore amongst them. Maxi Rodriguez there as well.
Zanetti, legend of Inter Milan and Argentina.
Well, they've had a little more of the ball so far, Switzerland. The scoreline clearly isn't the one that they would want, but how would you assess their first quarter of this game, Brad?
Well, I think they started in the first 10 minutes up until Argentina scored very well. I think they were the ones pressing, they were the ones with the ball. It's just that when Lionel Messi gets the ball, he creates magic. He's had the ball a couple of times and he created 2 chances, then 2 corner kicks. One was nearly perfect, the other was perfect.
Fourth time for Switzerland in a World Cup quarter-final, but not since 1954 have they been at this stage of the tournament. Feet by Martinez. Saw not 1 but 2 there, including Gibraltar.
Not bad for a centre-back.
That is our moment to pause and to regenerate of what has been a really quite fascinating start to this final quarter-final in Kansas City, and Argentina leading Switzerland by a 1-0. And what a beautiful goal it was as well, Messi providing McAllister with the finesse.
Yeah, just moments before he was probably an inch off of a perfect corner kick, and then when he had an opportunity to do it again, it was just an exquisite delivery, well-timed run, glancing header, nearly impossible to defend, to be honest with you. He'll try to pick the bones out of the not blocking the runner, etc. But McAllister, really good movement, goes in from behind Embolo in front. It's a clever little move. It's a glancing header. He uses the power off of the strike from Messi. Gives goalkeeper no chance to save it.
Scored at the last World Cup against Poland, his first of 2026 at this tournament. And a 10th, rather fittingly, FIFA World Cup assist for Lionel Messi as well. It is a warm night in Kansas City for sure, despite the fact that it is coming up towards 8:30 local time here. Temperatures are still high and will be felt by all those out there. Given what happened against Egypt, this will feel a much more cosy position for Argentina right now.
Yeah, but also a dangerous position. Switzerland, very good side. They're going to be able to create chances.
Been in use now, this stadium, for more than half a century, and was built actually at the same time as the baseball stadium, which sits next door, home to the Kansas City Royals. Spent about $375 million on a huge renovation in 2010. And they know all about cathedrals of football, don't they? So Switzerland behind, having only lost once since the start of 2025. That was a friendly to Germany. One defeat in their last 19 games. They are one of the form teams coming into this.
Absolutely, and that's really the last game where they were probably second best in the game. Most every other game, they've had more of the ball, more attempts, very good results. So again, if they can get an equalizer, get some confidence going in this game, they could cause Argentina problems.
Musuhnya udah mulai ke tengah tuh.
Ricardo Rodriguez, who has started now 32 major tournament games in a row for Switzerland, goes all the way back to 2014. Astonishing longevity to that. This is the captain jacket. Freuler. Zakaria. Shout from one Martinez to another was very audible. Away it goes by Lissandro.
Well, so just let that run, thinking that Embolo was right behind him. Well read by Argentinian defense.
Already. Akanji. Rodriguez. And Doi runs away from Paredes, but then picked up again, and Alvarez has it, and Argentina have a free kick. Doesn't look like Granit Xhaka is going to receive a yellow card, but he will be slightly nervous of the repercussions of that challenge on Rodrigo de Paul, because one yellow card would rule him out of a potential semi-final.
Yes, he knew exactly what he was doing. He just mistimed the challenge. There wasn't any intent to injure De Paul. You just saw a little run by Ndoye going inside that time. Molina has to keep an eye, and Romero's going to need to cover at times.
Ready. Something on it, and now, without Alvarez close to him, and be a bit more assured with his touch to Zakaria. And felt the pressure of Alvarez scampering around out there, the Argentina number 9.
Gara-gara dikekang Atletico gitu aja.
Just Molina, who is quite introverted as a character, but a hard-working member of this Argentina team, was there right back at the last World Cup as well in 2022. Now seeing more than their fair portion of the ball here, Switzerland. Doi had to reach to get there. The chest of So.
Enzo.
Might be slipped in by Reader, and Bolo was on his bike ready to go. Alvarez. Watched by Freuler. Back it goes to Paredes for Argentina to restart things again. about that for a touch by Messi?
Umpannya anjir.
Has given Molina the room. And he will continue his bombarding run as well. McAllister.
Mana bisa.
Taken back by Switzerland. Rodriguez asking too much of Ndoye, but Ndoye has got away from De Paul here. Forward towards Mbolo. Martinez comes out. Over went Mbolo, but the Portuguese official was in a very good place to say no free kick, but Ndoye takes it back, but illegally, and now it is an Argentina free kick.
Well, at first glance, this looks like a wonderful save. He knows he's going to collide. See Mbolo making that run, splitting the defenders. It's a mistake initially by Alessandro Martinez. Misses the ball. And this is really brave goalkeeping by Emi Martinez. You know you're going to take one on the shins or the foot or the leg or in the head, but you got to go down. Switzerland are showing signs.
Martinez of Aston Villa, but there is plenty of speculation bubbling away about his future and a possible move to the Italian side Juventus. And Akankah, who turns 31 on the day of the World Cup final, which is now just 8 days away. Nico Alvedi. Xhaka. Rousseau. Zakaria. So again, who has found an eye for goal this season with his club side Sevilla in Spain. Still waiting for his first ever Swiss international goal. Xhaka right at the base of that Switzerland midfield. That is where you will find him almost always. Ndoye back to the tempo setter, Xhaka. Lifted forward looking for Ndoye again, and the intervention needed from Molina.
Yeah, it's on this left-hand side for Switzerland again. Ndoye, even Lionel Messi was coming back that time to defend. Perhaps Murat Yakin's thinking the inclusion of Vargas in the second half if it stays 1-0. He's got similar pace to that of Ndoye.
Fabian Rieder then to try and initiate the Swiss response. And now Rieder's won the free kick. Alvarez perhaps not wholly comfortable trying to do defensive duties like that.
Well, I think the shot was louder than the foul, but the referee did get it correct. And again, in a dangerous area.
Memo Freuler alongside Fabian Rieder there. Very big player for Bologna this season, Freuler. 9 years now as part of this Switzerland national team. Freuler leaves it. Rieder spins it in, and Martinez's punch had some purpose on it. Leandro Paredes, who is penalised for doing what Leandro Paredes loves to do.
And it was a foul, kicked him right from behind onto his Achilles.
It was his tackle actually right at the end of that Egypt game with the scoreline at 2-2 that ultimately instigated the Argentina win, because 1 minute and 34 seconds later they did go and win the game through Enzo Fernandez. He broke up certainly a 2-on-1, maybe even a 3-on-1 situation with that Egypt attack. Leaders cross floats behind. Could become only the second coach in history, Lionel Scaloni, to win the FIFA Men's World Cup in consecutive tournaments. The only person in that very exclusive club right now is the Italian Vittorio Pozzo, whose record has stood almost 100 years, having won it twice with Italy in 1934 and again in 1938. And we have been around Kansas City for the past few days, and you cannot turn a street corner without seeing the light blue and white of Argentina.
And how many Switzerland shirts I've seen? A lot of the blue and white, that's for sure.
I don't think I've seen a single shirt without the number 10 on the back either. Broiler. Zakaria. Broiler. Xhaka's looking for that ball towards Ndoye again. It was too high for him that time.
Right thinking, wrong execution. I think you want to get the ball to Ndoye's feet as much as possible. He's the one who's been causing Argentina any problems for Switzerland.
Had an attempt on goal for either team for the past 18 minutes now.
Tapi ini diserang terus, anjir.
Switzerland continuing to probe though. Algeria in the round of 32, Colombia in the round of 16. Having lost their previous 7 knockout matches. First time that Switzerland have ever won successive knockout games at the World Cup. Zakaria trying to burst his way through and has run into Tagliafico and run into trouble with the Portuguese official because of it.
And when you have a player facing his own goal, there's no need to foul behind. You can put the pressure on without pushing. The moment you do push out your arm or put any pressure on the defender, they fall over. I'll say 9 times out of 10 the referees call a foul.
Tuh lihat momentumnya anjir. Kecil pisan Argentina Barca lagi.
The sway of red on the match momentum in the 40 minutes so far tonight in Kansas City.
And one thing to note, the referee is starting to become a bit annoyed at time wasting. Argentina's throw-ins. He was giving Emi Martinez an earful moments ago.
Bono and Martinez together, and the decision has gone the way of the Swiss forward. Hasn't had his big chance in front of goal tonight, bar that opportunity that was snuffed out by Emi Martinez. But you know that he may very well take it when it comes along.
Absolutely right, and the link-up play with Ndoye, and I'm sure Murat Yakin will hope that so on the right-hand side, and Reeder will also help him.
Well, that's Mbolo giving the ball away. And this is Messi. Alvarez couldn't reach it, and back it goes just from Akanji to goalkeeper Korbel.
It was a loose touch by Mbolo, but he did the next best thing. He tracked all the way back to the top of his box to help with the defending. You don't see every striker doing that.
Xhaka, who was talking this week about it being a different Switzerland in 2026 with a different mentality. Freuler, Rodriguez, part of the old brigades. Rash challenge by Paredes outside the penalty area.
Yeah, just absolutely not needed. And this is in the most dangerous position of any free kick that Switzerland's had. Best option would have been to stay on his feet.
There is Patrick Mahomes, one of the faces of NFL, and certainly around here. So is there about to be a moment for the door to open for Switzerland just before half-time?
Much more difficult for goalkeepers to deal with in-swinging service from this sort of position. Very difficult to come out and get the ball.
4 in red inside Emi Martinez's 6-yard box. That's where Freuler has sent it, but he's put too much power on it.
That is a missed opportunity. This is in a wonderful position for Switzerland. Difficult for defenders and goalkeepers, just gets under the ball too much.
His assist tonight, Argentina's lead. And actually, strangely enough, it's a second assist of the World Cup for Lionel Messi, but prior to that, no Argentina player had gone beyond a single assist at this tournament. Paredes sent to ground by Mbolo, who is not too happy perhaps with the perceived theatrics of the Argentinian. We shall see how much contact there was. Here's the booking.
Well, Paredes dishes out as much as he can take.
So the first yellow card of the evening goes to Real Mbolo of Switzerland.
And it is, he did catch him, it was the follow-through. That could be a little payback for a couple of knocks that he's probably received from Paredes.
Paredes payback, I'm sure that is a line that's been talked about in the dressing rooms of various teams before. Argentina will feel that is a bit of a waste, and we are 30 seconds away from finding out how long is to be added on at the end of this first half, and it is still that slender Argentina lead provided by Alexis McAllister. And Mbolo is fighting for all he's worth.
And he's wanting a yellow card. He's getting annoyed at the holding. They're wrapping 2 arms around Mbolo almost every time he's getting the ball. Here you see Lisandro Martinez holding on to his arm.
Switzerland moved that quickly, and Ndoye was offside because of that. And 4 additional minutes at the end of the 45.
I like the forward run. I like the thought on it. Just missed time pass, drifted offside by a yard.
First time at this stadium tonight for Switzerland. They've had the fortune of being actually in the same city for the past 3 games, which have all been in Vancouver, LA and San Fran before that, so the Swiss have solely been on the west coast of the United States and Canada. A training camp in San Diego as well, so a very different climate tonight. Kanji just enough on it to locate Zakaria.
Sok, mana, sok.
He's penalised.
Udah jelas. Apa nih sikut atau ini?
Well, I'm not sure what that was for. Maybe he thought it threw his shoulder in, but the referee has been very good so far in this first half. If that's the only thing he gets wrong in the game, then I think people would forgive him for that.
Leandro Paredes, who is back at Boca Juniors now for his second spell, but he's been with PSG and Roma and Juventus on his mightily impressive footballing journey. Gets it back again from that free kick. And now so has caught Tagliafico, so Argentina will have another set piece, and it's just edged them a little closer to danger from a Swiss perspective.
Yeah, this was a little bit unlucky. He had his eyes on the ball. Tagliafico did a very smart thing and got his foot in between the ball and player.
Many of the Argentinian fans around us here are on their feet,
Justin Bieber.
waving the blue and white scarves as Messi and Argentina go in search of another goal before half-time. This is De Paul, Molina, Christian Romero. Paredes just assessing the scene. Romero turned round the corner for
Ya ampun.
Molina and tried to flick it on towards De Paul. Kanji clears for Switzerland, and back by Martinez via the aerial route.
Ow.
Good win by Ndoye. That was really brave because he would have sensed a hit was coming. And it came with some force too.
Well, Ndoye wins the ball. That's very late by Molina. That was hurt because right after you had the ball, your body relaxes just a little bit, and that's when the hit came.
Difference maker so far, Alexis McAllister. And Argentina very close to having a half-time lead, courtesy of him. And indeed they do. First goal of this World Cup for Alexis McAllister, but yet another goal involvement for Lionel Messi from the corner to deliver it perfectly onto the head. Certainly not the tallest on the pitch, Alexis McAllister, but he made his presence felt when it mattered. Switzerland with plenty of possession, but not necessarily the penetration to breach Argentina. And at half-time in Kansas City, it is Argentina 1, Switzerland 0.
Switzerland nil. Nih di Discord pada tidur semua, lihat. Apa dia nelpon anjing? Aduh. Berapa lama sih babak 2 anjing? Yah, anjing. Si Speed pakai sialan. Speed pakai baju Argentina anjing. Speed won kurs Argentina. Jersey Argentina tuh anjing. Apa anjing dia pakai baju Argentina anjing? Katanya fans Dodo. Aku masih. Cuman Coach Justin yang berani nge-head si ISO Speed anjing. Tuh orang-orang pada yang kayak gini geng, ini apaan sih anjing? Kristal ini anjing. Ini kalau di Brazil tuh nyambung bisa. Fake fan anjing itu siapa yang ngomong? Kalau misalnya yang bikin janji sampai siapa nih? Sampai Argentina yang juara lagi yang botak gimana ya geng? Boleh tinggal aja deh. Kalau main FC kelamaan anjing. Harus jadi aktif anjing. Perasaan kemarin yang ini lagi nih. Mari press bob anjing.
YouTuber bang.
Capek. Ih. Sedang rendah.
Tuh.
Oh, ya tambah murah 90.000.
Tadi tuh pas. Hai, live kah bang? Live ki bang? Like gitu tuh. Like.
Hai. Iya.
Udah pos col gitu anjing. Posisi coli. Karena ada anjing cewek kamera HD biasanya yang bagus-bagus tuh. Jam segini harusnya ada sih. Malam mana anjing. Sabar, takutnya ada yang salah punya anjing. Ngedit.
Susah.
Kena Wibo Gus
Lebanon. Pocol, percaya nggak itu pocol anjing. Susah anjing.
set kayak kopeng-kopeng sepeda.
Lighting tambahan lumayan.
Ada. Oi.
Alfi. Kak. Karung.
Ni hao.
Anjing bocil. Emang lo. Copyright mas.
Sih kayak oh cok. Iyo.
Nggak jelas pakai video KS coba.
Momen
Streamer tuh ini.
gue masuk YouTube gak?
Bukan YouTuber.
Apa nih?
YouTuber Amin. Tahu ini jadi doa lagi. Gak bisa anjing.
Tuak dia maju.
Aduh, masih terngiang-ngiang.
Yang mana bukan.
Nah, streamernya bang.
Iya, rata-rata di Omegle begitu, tahu yang mana streamer, yang mana bukan.
Nah, pasti abang streamer.
Kalau ini enggak, aku main game bang.
Enggak, aku masuk ya, masuk ke stream ya.
Enggak loh bang.
Tadi ya ping.
Iya aku yeping karena ngobrol sama orang sebelumnya.
Enggak, itu tadi tuh lihat di kacamata ada komennya tuh, live komennya. Nah, berarti YouTuber.
Abang apa? YouTuber juga?
Enggak. Enggak serius abang YouTuber?
Bukan, serius.
Demi apa?
Demi apa maunya bang? Aku
Ya bebas.
bukan.
Sok gimana abang?
Oh abang orang Bandung.
Kenapa tahu?
Oh alah, Bandung
hacker.
mana?
Hacker ya?
Enggak bang, nebak aja.
Kenapa tahu dan nebak dari mana?
Aku kan nyarinya Bandung, Makassar, Surabaya.
Nyarinya Bandung nyari jodoh maksudnya?
Enggak, maksudnya nyari di ini sebelum Ome kan? Sebelum Ominggel kan ada itu suges pencarian.
Oh, emang ada ya? Kenapa kok emang nggak ada?
Wah,
Gimana caranya
suka
tuh?
banget lagi. Abang pakai mic apa? Bulat banget suaranya bang.
Emang iya?
Iya, V-Fine.
Pakai Mauno.
Wow, mau no anjay mahal banget.
Enggak, suara abang juga bagus itu.
Tapi enggak sebulat abang. Abang ngebas.
Emang iya ya?
Iya, seru Mauno sama V-Fine emang keren sih.
Viven apaan?
V-Fine itu mic bang.
Oh, pinginnya sure sih bang ya?
Hah?
Pinginnya sure tau kan?
Sure.
Sure.
Apa tuh?
Mic sure.
Oh, itu aku nggak tahu itu.
Itu udah topnya mic kayaknya deh. Kayaknya ya.
Wow.
Yang paling mana?
Bagus banget suaranya anjay.
Emang iya?
Bulat. Iya.
Ya lumayan sih, ini affordable juga bang.
Affordable. Abang nge-stream di mana bang?
Nggak nge-stream.
Demi.
Enggak.
Halo guys.
Tuh.
Izin lewat guys.
Enggak.
Di abang ini.
Enggak nge-stream.
Iya, izin ya guys.
Tapi kenapa disebut streamer terus ya mas?
Kamu sering disebut gitu juga?
Sering.
Karena proper lightingmu, kameramu jernih.
Tapi abang juga proper tuh, berarti abang juga streamer.
Berarti abang juga streamer.
Enggak serius, abang nge-stream di mana bang?
Di Bigo bang.
Di mana?
Di Bigo.
Cuan itu.
Abang di mana?
YouTube biasanya.
Oh YouTube. Nama channelnya apa?
Rahasia.
Ya guys, kalian ada yang kenal abang ini nggak? Nama YouTube-nya apa guys?
Enggak akan ada.
Bikin konten King lumayan lah. Enggak.
Bigo lumayan nggak sih cuannya?
Enggak bang, aku di TikTok.
Ini Bigo tadi. Emang Bigo masih ada ya zaman sekarang?
Kayaknya masih ada.
TikTok lumayan cuannya bang.
Harusnya sih iya.
Jujur nggak ngerti tahu sistem pembayaran TikTok tuh kayak gimana.
Enggak, pakai sosiabas saja.
Oh, konekin gitu ya?
Iya. Kalau di mana YouTube-nya? Cuannya dari AdSense ya?
Ya kalau emang ramai yang nonton, cuannya dari AdSense.
Oh, menghitung durasi tonton dikali 1000 penonton? Kali iklan.
Iya.
Ada iklan nggak sih kalau live?
Ada.
Wow, respect. Keren.
Cuman gitu. Naik turunnya cepet kalau YouTube.
Oh, berarti nggak bisa kasih musik-musik gitu ya kalau di YouTube ya?
Bisa. Ya bisa, tapi kalau ini paling copyright aja.
Nah, itu masalahnya kayak gini nih. Mundur dikit coba, Bang. Nah, gantengnya kelewatan.
Tapi
kena copyright kau, Bang.
nggak apa-apa, bisa di-cut.
Walah. Baru tahu aku. Nama channelnya apa, A?
Windah Basudara.
Serius lah.
Serius?
Windah
Basudara.
Aku cek ya. Aku mau subscribe, Bang.
Atau enggak si PJ.
Windah Basudara mah aku tahu, Bang.
Enggak namanya si PJ.
CVJ.
Si PJ.
CSI.
Ya.
P
JE.
JE CPJ.
Nah itu subscribe bang. Serius subscribe? Ini aku lagi pakai ini temen apa soalnya?
Si PJ yang ini.
Nah, ya itu.
Udah loh.
Udah.
Lah.
Lah, Bang nontonin dia berarti?
Iya.
Wih, keren. Respect.
Iya loh, udah.
Udah, keren itu keren.
Abang di live di mana ini?
Nggak lagi live, cuma lagi iseng aja.
Cari tobrut.
Enggak.
Cari apa?
Cari orang-orang kayak abang aja yang bisa diajak ngobrol sambil nunggu ini kan Argentina.
Oh, Argentina pulang kayaknya.
Udah menang Mang 1-0.
Oh.
Emang kan nonton Bang?
Hah?
Enggak nonton.
Enggak, mending nontonin kamu.
Oke Bang, abangnya nyari cowok ya?
Iya, aku gay.
Bi. Traumanya anjing. Sabar. Udah mulai belum sih? Kok nggak ada Argentina anjing? The Puck? Nggak ada sih Argentina? Oh, ada nih.
And everyone from Argentina is packed into a really tight defensive shape, with the exception of Lionel Messi, who is drifting on the far side of the
First half of any game.
Got a couple of opportunities
For a response early in the second. He's whipped in by Fabian Rieder and caught by Emi Martinez.
Yeah, Switzerland's service has been quite poor up to now. They had a couple of free kicks in good areas in the first half and wasted them, just wasted another.
This is Nicolas Tagliafico in his third World Cup now with Argentina. So Fernandez disrupted by Zakaria. Orbel had to get a shift on.
Had a hard time shifting his feet on that one. I think he had in his mind to take a touch at first.
Had to wait a long time, didn't he, to become Swiss first choice number one with Jan Sommer. Well, we had endless summers of Sommer, didn't it, with all those major tournaments that he played for Switzerland. The Borussia Dortmund man, Korbel, has got his chance now.
Nice.
A spin from Messi and then a delightful ball through.
The
shot taken quickly and early and of no trouble to Korbel.
It was a great turn by Messi, really well-weighted ball. And I think if he had to do it over again, he would have a look up and see a player just standing right on the penalty spot. Possibly the better option.
It was Alvarez lurking, wasn't it, for that potential ball from Molina. Bolo trying to time his run, and the pass is terrific to find him. Bolo squares it for 1-1, but what a tackle that is. Martinez denying Ndoye, who would have been denied anyway by an offside flag.
Well, he wasn't to know the offside flag was there, but moments ago, Argentina should have laid one off, and Bolo did just that. Martinez wasn't to know either Martinez, I should say. Emi Martinez in goal, and Lisandro Martinez with just a superb tackle had a lot of ground to cover, and Bolo did everything right. Ndoye perhaps could have hit it first time. What a block.
He's got the World Cup from Qatar 2022 tattooed on him, Lisandro Martinez. Sort of challenge that makes you wonder whether he might have another tattoo coming his way in a couple of weeks' time. Collected by Messi, dancing through, but not all the way through. And then Zakaria releasing Gibril So for Switzerland. And Bolo back to So. Wide of Xhaka, who could do nothing about it, and Alvarez for Argentina with De Paul and Messi as options. Alvarez again. It's a corner, spinning away.
The game's just briefly opened up. Switzerland gave away a loose pass, and Alvarez was on it in a flash.
Hungry, isn't he, for that World Cup goal? And he'll be hungry for another one tonight, Messi. 5 games in a row where he has scored. No player has ever scored in 6 successive World Cup games. Messi, chief creator already tonight from a corner. And that wasn't a bad one either. It was just too high from Enzo Fernandez.
No, it's really difficult. Doesn't matter how tall you are, when the ball is hit like that with such pace and you get a run on the defenders, and it's timed so well. It got just a little bit too much on it, but very similar in the... And you get a run on the defenders, and it's timed so well. It got just a little bit too much on it, but very similar in the first half with McAllister's goal.
That's of those in red. World Cup for Argentina.
It's one of the best saves of...
Come on.
The delivery is too close to core.
Boy, enjoyed that track back.
A few times now, Nahuel Molina has got into those advanced areas. McAllister tried to return the favour to Messi. Paredes. De Paul. Forward by Martinez, and then turn towards Alvarez. Tagliafico.
Ya Allah.
Paul showing just too much of it, and now Dan Ndoye, whose pace was a problem at times for Argentina in the first half, but not when he's disrupted by challenges like that. It won't be an issue for the Albiceleste. That was Romero.
Oh, good tackle by Romero, well timed. Both teams have been a bit loose in their passing.
Martinez left that challenge. So's cross is a good one, and the knockdown for Xhaka. Switzerland tried to find the gap, and they just couldn't in the end. Rodrigo De Paul putting himself in the way. It's Paredes down.
Well, both teams have given away the ball needlessly the last 5 or 6 minutes, giving each other opportunities to score. This time it was Ndoye just taking 1 or 2 extra touches.
Sumpah, Argentina dapat
This
bola,
time it was a
bukan
giveaway
disamperin anjing,
by Lisandro Martinez.
dijemput itu bolanya anjing.
It's a good recovery, wasn't it, from Paredes? I think just the kick through from Ndoye has done the damage.
Yeah, very good recovery. It could have been a little knee on knee,
Very much one of Scaloni's foot soldiers, Leandro Paredes.
Yeah, you won't want to lose him. He's that steel in front of this back four.
So Switzerland restart where they were with Freuler.
Oh beneran langsung 1 menit kan kalau kayak gitu.
Xhaka. It's a goal kick. Doy thought otherwise.
Mau kemana lo?
Well, Doy might have thought otherwise, but I think the referee got it correct.
Well, it is mainly Argentinians in here. There is a small contingent of Swiss, but perhaps it's to be expected, really, considering there are 5 times as many people living in Argentina than Switzerland, which is a country in Europe home to around 9 million, a landlocked European country as well. And I think solely from a footballing perspective, they often peer enviously at their neighbours, and that might still be the case with France, but look at what else has happened this summer. Germany gone, Austria gone, Italy, who never arrived. Whatever happens tonight, these have been sweet days for Switzerland. And still they continue to tease. Zakaria took his eye off the ball and it was costly.
Switzerland are getting themselves into some decent situations on the field, good places on the field. They got to have a little bit more belief in themselves. Mbolo's getting very agitated by the referee not protecting him on the field.
Alistair in a cul-de-sac was trying to find his way out of it before the assistance from the official. I'm very pleased to have got himself on the score sheet tonight, Alexis McAllister, because the goals ran dry in his final 6 games of his 16 games, I should say, of his club season with Liverpool. This amazing run right now, Argentina, 12 wins in a row in all competitions. They have never had it better than that throughout their history. Seemingly content with Switzerland having more of the ball. Here is Akanji. Rodriguez. Mbolo and Martinez have the situation under control.
Really difficult to generate power on a cross like this. It was chipped in. It's right over the top of his head. He did well just to get it towards the goal.
It's Molina high up the pitch again. It is without doubt a designated tactic tonight from Scaloni.
Absolutely. When Martinez gets the ball and they're trying to take a little time out of the game, it's Molina that goes up on that right-hand side and also forces Ndoye to go back and defend deeper.
McAllister. Here's Nicolas Tagliafico of Lyon, where he has been for the past 4 years in France. So just getting carried away by the intensity of that few seconds.
Yeah, things are getting a little bit feisty on the pitch.
It's been simmering though, hasn't it, this?
It has, without a doubt. And the one that did catch the referee's attention was a foul. It was so right through the back of
He's quite a fanatic of tattoos, Alexis McAllister. He's got the date of his debut tattooed on his body. He's got a roulette wheel as well with all the shirt numbers that he's ever worn. And Messi, who through the years has provided the ink to this Argentina team, the one who writes the history. Paredes, who is placing the ball down, but it is Messi who will bend it in. And Switzerland clear as far as Mbolo, who powers forward and now maybe can release Ndoye. And Argentina on the retreat. Dan Ndoye for Switzerland. Behind it goes from Molina. It's a corner.
really good break, really well defended. Good ball by Mbolo, and he bursts into the box. You see the Argentinian players trying to get back. Look at that, it ended up being a 3v6.
Rafael Mehmeti, Gelson Fernandez, former Swiss internationals, watching on. Corner was just too high for Akankah. Retrieved by Freuler. We've gone beyond the hour now, and Switzerland still trailing through that early McAllister goal. Here's Akankah. Rodriguez. Valverde. Xhaka. Gibraltar. Xhaka and Valverde. And Switzerland probing Mbolo. And it's come back his way too, and Ndoye, who is fighting for all he's worth. Reeder's got it to Rodriguez, and Ndoye's header, and Martinez for the first time tonight really is needed in the Argentina goal.
Well, Argentina are playing a dangerous game. They're not getting pressure to the ball. They're allowing Switzerland to have a lot of it.
Given away again as So nips in to take it back for Switzerland.
And it was indeed a very good save by Emi Martinez.
In terms of controlling the possession, this is Switzerland's best spell of the game. Xhaka from distance, and Martinez sharply down to repel.
This is a much more difficult save than it looks. Good pace on the ball, down to the left. He kept the ball close enough to him. We've seen a couple of balls spilling out in other games. I think there's an extra little zip on this one.
And perhaps recognizing the severity of the situation, Switzerland are moving through the gears.
Yeah, they're starting to really apply more pressure. You see Rodriguez is going forward. Zakari on this side is on the right-hand side is going forward. But Argentina are not getting pressure to the ball like they did in the first half.
Reader with time to turn, and Bolo. Again, he just has not had a moment tonight, Brelin Bolo, where he hasn't had either Lisandro Martinez or Christian Romero right up behind him. But just like against Cabo Verde in the round of 32, and just like against Egypt in the round of 16, there are Argentinian nerves everywhere. Rodriguez and Doy breaches and scores beyond the Argentina defence.
Menit 67 anjing.
Sharp and clinical from Dan Ndoye.
Well, this has been coming the last 5 or 10 minutes. A lot of touches on the ball for Switzerland, a lot of opportunities. Argentina's been sitting off. We said in the first half, Ndoye is the problem man for Argentina. And it's just a wonderful little 1-2 between he and Rodriguez. Opens his foot up, gives Emi Martinez very little chance. He also had Embolo, who made a great run. He could have played it across the goal. Just a wonderful bit of football.
Scored a huge goal against Germany in the European Championships 2 years ago, Dan Ndoye. And this one will sit amongst his greats too, because it has pinned back the world champions here. And once more, Argentina in a World Cup knockout game in 2026 have got some work to do.
Yeah, they're second best at this moment in time. Switzerland started the second half really well. And now with that goal, they're going to have that extra bit of belief.
Well, I think Paredes is about to receive a yellow card. That ongoing battle between him and Brelin Bolo has another chapter. Ford is not very happy with something that Paredes has said to him there. But there is eminently frustration amongst these Argentinian players.
Absolutely, and Embolo has been a handful. Every time Embolo's holding up the ball, the Argentinian players are wrapping their arms around him, they're kicking him. I could see one of the Argentinian players collecting a second booking. Embolo's also on a booking, so he's going to have to keep his cool.
And Scaloni on the roller coaster of emotions again. Now, this is interesting. Referee has been sent to the screen here.
Itu kalau diving merah tuh sih. Ada kontak nggak sih? Kelihatannya nggak ada kontak. Iya anjing nggak ada bangsat.
Suggestion of mistaken identity here.
Nomor 7 warna merah udah emang sama anjing. Sama tingkah lakunya babi.
Bolo has simulated rather than the contact from Paredes.
Apa anjing?
Could have a case. It looks like he's jumped in the air right there before any contact at all.
Aduh. Nomor 7. Tinggi hampir sama, baju merah.
Oh, this would be such a shame for Switzerland if a booking gets taken away and Embolo gets a booking. That would be his second.
Sumpah anjing, Ronaldo banget tuh ini.
Well, these are nervous moments, I think, for the Swiss players, the Swiss coaching staff.
After the review, there is no foul for number 5. And number 7, there is a clear simulation. Final decision, yellow card to number 7.
Merah
He's
anjing
going to be sent
mampus.
off here, Mbolo. It is a
Diving
second
bodoh
yellow
anjing,
card.
Mbolo ngapain anjing? Bodoh atuh anjing diving anjing, ih lebar anjing.
And Switzerland are irate. But they are down to 10.
This is quite remarkable.
Pasti nih dibilang anak FIFA nih, anak FIFA Argentina.
I think there's going to be a lot of people, more than Switzerland, upset with a decision like this in a game of this magnitude. I feel really sorry for Embolo.
Iya anjing, I feel really sorry sumpah buat Embolo, udah ngapain anjing?
What's the most important now is that the Swiss players keep their head. They're in the ascendancy. They've been playing really well this second half.
Ini divingnya kurang rapi, Mas.
He is having to be pulled away, Embolo. He is visibly distraught. That was the challenge at the end of the first half that brought him a yellow card. And now Embolo's night is over, and you can see that he is devastated by this turn of events.
Salah mana lah Embolo, sumpah divingnya kurang banget anjing.
Well, it's a time for cool, calm heads from the Swiss players. I'm certain a substitution's going to have to be made by Switzerland to get another front runner on the pitch.
And still the discussions go on between two experienced heads, Granit Xhaka and Leandro Paredes. So just over 15 minutes to go, plus we will have quite a few minutes now of additional time in this game. And just when the Swiss were believing that they could create the biggest shot.
Yeah, the table had really turned. Argentina looked lackluster, looked void of thought. But these Swiss players will still be full of confidence. They're just going to have to do a little bit more defending.
Enzo Fernandez. Taliafico. Offside flag is up.
Apa sih Switzerland ini?
Linesman was in great position.
And the discussions will go on, I'm sure, during this hydration break, with the scoreline 1-1 between Argentina and Switzerland. Well, you're right, Switzerland need to find a way to mentally reset the heads now.
Yeah, they were well in the ascendancy. They had done everything correct in this second half. They were the ones with all the possession. They were the ones creating the chances. You just saw the Argentinian players picking up a lot of fouls, a lot of nasty little challenges, and then this happens. So important, so difficult to do, by the way, what I'm going to say next, but so important that this team stays together, stay as a group, defend. It's not easy breaking down two banks of four, as we've seen many times in this tournament. I imagine Murat Yakin's going to bring on another substitute up front, maybe some fresh legs. Maybe it is a Vargas, but he comes in as a 9 to really try to hold the ball up and get the odd chance. This game's not over by a million miles, because this Swiss team has started so well in the second half, creating that goal on the screen. Beautiful piece of play. And they're going to think they're going to definitely be able to see this out, if not score a goal on their own on the counterattack.
Emi Martinez beaten for the third knockout round game in a row at this World Cup. Switzerland have had their third player sent off in a World Cup game with that red for Brel and Bolo. Valon Barami in 2010, Michael Lang in 2018. But they still hope, they still believe. But I think the power of belief now firmly has been re-energized in Argentinian ranks. Do Argentina need to find a way to get Lionel Messi into the game here?
Yeah, because from the assist on the goal, he really hasn't been on the ball. The one turn early in the second half, then he played a really good through ball. Other than that, he's been very, very quiet. Switzerland tactically has been absolutely outstanding, probably the best I've ever seen in this tournament against Lionel Messi.
Murat Yakin is using every single second that is available to him here to get the reassembled tactical message across. And Argentina make the change, and it is a change in that left-back area that we were talking about in the first half. The more attacking Nico Gonzalez now on for Nicolas Tagliafico.
Yeah, it was a smart decision. Tagliafico's an excellent player, but he is a little bit more defensive than Gonzalez, so you'd think you're going to have more of the ball now for the remainder of this game, and if it goes into extra time.
His goal in the first half and Doy's in the second, poised at 1-1. Tenth goal for his country tonight for Dan Ndoye. Just second at this World Cup, having scored in the round of 32 against Algeria. The worry, Brad, I think for Switzerland is that Argentina have scored at least 2 goals in each of their last 11 World Cup games. No team has stopped them scoring at this tournament since Croatia in 2018.
Yeah, backs will be up against the wall. What they've ended up doing is putting in Ndoye up front, and he's got incredible amounts of pace. Looks like they're defending with 5 across the back with 3 in front of them, so this is not going to be easy for Argentina to break down.
Messi looking for the substitute Gonzalez, and swiftly off his line was Korbel. But he is more of a winger, I think, Nico Gonzalez, than a left back, so they have now outlets in both Gonzalez and Molina going forward from those full-back positions. Kanji and Reeder, who is quick and has got there ahead of Romero, but he won the physical tussle. Ndoye, Reeder. Are they going to be able to maintain control of the ball like they have had for large portions of this second half? Switzerland before that red card for Mbolo. And how brave do they want to be?
Well, I think they'll attack with fewer numbers, but there's no signs of this Argentinian team putting any more pressure on the ball. You would have thought after the sending off it'd be Argentina with all the possession, but it seems like we're same place that we left off before the sending off.
He just chops away from McAllister. Wasn't the power on the pass to release Zakaria. Molina. Now Enzo Fernandez, who was the man to the rescue for Argentina in that win over Egypt. Sandro Martinez. Paredes. DePaul. Angie just able to take 2 touches before looking long for Ndoye, but he's going to feel isolated now, and Switzerland don't have that central focal point to their forward line anymore with the red for Mbolo. Now Messi somehow emerged with the ball, but Argentina can't keep the ball. Rousseau finds a way out towards Reader. Interception by Zakaria just before it came the way of Nico Gonzalez. Retrieved again by Enzo Fernandez. Gonzalez. Fernandez. DePaul.
This Swiss team is really well versed defending. Just because they're a man down, Argentina's having a hard time even keeping a hold of the ball.
Xhaka trying to bend it round the corner for Ndoye. He perhaps doesn't have the physical capabilities to brush Romero away. But this Swiss team who have been together so long now, and under Murat Yakin, the structure is clear, the blueprint has been in place for a long time.
Yes, they most definitely all know what they're meant to do, what they want to do, what they need to do, how to lift each other up.
They are preparing a trio of changes by the looks of things, Switzerland. This is Paredes for Argentina. Paredes lifting it in, it's a beautiful ball, and it couldn't be deliciously finished off by Messi, as perhaps many anticipated it might. And that offside flag would have made sure there was no spectacular ending regardless.
But there's still not a lot of quick ball movement. I think he is onside. I think Kobel did brilliant not to go to ground. You would think that man would finish every time in that position.
We've seen it so many times, haven't we, through the years. Latest Argentinian changes, Montiel and Lautaro Martinez. And it was Lautaro Martinez's absolutely stupendous ball to deliver the cross for Enzo Fernandez's winner against Egypt in the round of 16. So he's mixing things up, he's getting the fresh legs on the pitch. But that is what Murat Yakin is going to do here as well with Switzerland. It is a trio of changes, So, Ndoye and Reader off. And here comes Vidma and Amdouni, and also Muheim as well. So Switzerland's goal scorer amongst those who make way.
And Ndoye surprises me a little bit, but he also must be incredibly tired. Put in a tremendous shift.
Exiting number 11, Don Gould.
Perhaps no surprise that the Swiss changes, Brad, have a defensive feel about them.
Yeah, defensive feel, and then Amdouni's going to go up front, and he's going to be the one that's going to try to expend all the energy and try to catch Argentina on a break.
Zakaria, who at least for now has shifted into the midfield role, and he's pinched it back for Switzerland. The only ball really was Amdouni.
They've also moved Zakaria up on the right midfield. I assume that's for an outlet for the longer passes. Widmer's come on this right-hand side.
And England no closer to knowing who they are going to face in the World Cup semi-final. One of these two, McAllister for Argentina, Lisandro Martinez. This is Nico Gonzalez. Watched carefully by one of the new arrivals, Sylvain Widmer. He's another who's been around the block in the Swiss Red, a fourth major tournament for him. Paredes. Martinez. Lifting it in, looking for Lautaro Martinez. Switzerland are deep and pinned in right now by Argentina.
They are, and this is the first time in the second half that it presents a little bit of danger.
And that cross had danger written all over it, and it's still alive, and over it goes. From McAllister, again with his head. After all of the good work from Nico Gonzalez.
Well, as they're sitting back, they're now not getting pressure to the ball, and that's always a danger when you have Lionel Messi around the box, and that is a wonderful opportunity again with the head for McAllister. He's claiming there was a bit of a deflection. I didn't see it.
Might have been a question over whether Nico Gonzalez had actually kept that ball in too. Amdouni now running that Swiss forward line all by himself. Missed all of their World Cup qualifiers because of that ACL injury that he sustained. This is club football in England with Burnley. Obviously didn't have much football in the past 12 months with them. Messi, Gonzalez. Lisandro Martinez. Here's Paredes. Enzo Fernandez.
Mana?
9 minutes at the end of the 90 as Alvedi is required to defend. And it did brush off the top of the Swiss head. Argentina have a corner.
Well, for the rest of this 9 minutes plus extra time, if it goes there, they're going to have a lot of those types of balls to deal with.
Well, they are doing their very best to make it a blue and white wall in Kansas City, the Argentinian fans, as their team look for another late goal, another passage into the next round. Where's the magic coming from tonight? Enzo Fernandez. 6 in light blue and white inside that Swiss penalty area. This is Paredes. Fernandez. And now finally they've located Messi. Lionel Messi! felt like that might have been the moment.
Como was beaten, you can tell. I've been in that position. Watch his body shape as Lionel Messi just ducks his shoulder, comes over. He knew it was past him. And at his age, this is what he can still do. He's so quick. Takes it over to his weaker foot. And just misses.
And they were just toying with Switzerland there, weren't they? Just waiting and waiting for Messi to find the space. But still we go on. And as it stands, we are going to go on into a further 30 minutes of football in this final World Cup quarter-final. Switzerland down to 10. Gonzalez, wild from him.
Yeah, a little wasteful. There were 4 players in the box.
Lionel almost to the rescue for Lionel again. I mean, they have all their premier attacking players on the pitch now, Argentina, in Alvarez and Messi and Lautaro Martinez. Here is Julian Alvarez. Gonzalez. Paredes almost slipped into the challenge. McAllister scampers over to give it back to Alvarez again. Martinez. Paredes. One moment is all it might take.
Messi's starting to come alive. He's getting a lot of touches around the box now.
Atmosphere unbelievable inside Kansas City Stadium. I'm sure they'd love to have Valon Barami out there right now, Switzerland, just to help add a little bit more structure to this defence that feels at the moment like it is just clinging on in there. The Brelembolo red card in the 72nd minute. Off goes Mr. Dependable, Ricardo Rodriguez. It is Uri Chomet on in his place, a centre-half who plays his club football in Spain with Valencia. First appearance, actually, at this World Cup for Chomet.
That's a like-for-like substitution, just getting fresh legs in the defence.
Lifted in over the head of everybody, including Lautaro Martinez. Well, he has single-handedly dragged Argentina out of the world before. And the eyes are lighting up now.
The real interesting part will be, what does Switzerland do if it goes to extra time? I'm not sure if they can just sit here and let Argentina lay siege for 30 more minutes.
We are 2/3 of the way through added time. And thus only 3 minutes away from a second quarter-final in the space of a few hours at this World Cup going to extra time. That's what England needed earlier to beat Norway, and that is who one of these two is going to play in Atlanta on Wednesday.
such small margins, fine lines when you get to this stage of a World Cup.
Martinez. Paredes. Messi, McAllister, Messi.
Gila Messi, Edan. Alvarez.
Julian Alvarez.
Mana golin atau Alvarez anjing?
There's just a block of red in front of him right now and the rest, but in it comes eventually from Alvarez. We're starting things Argentina with Romero. Laser sharp focus now needed for Switzerland if they are to push this through to extra time. Messi. And Widmer, unsure, puts it behind for a corner.
He did the right thing. He didn't know how close the player was behind him. I'm sure he got a shout from his goalkeeper that there was a man there.
Tiap corner itu dua-dua angin juga. Pasti orang-orang.
Perhaps one more sharp piece of Switzerland defending is needed here before extra time. Messi. And the ball comes all the way through. Acrobatic effort and pushed away by Korbel.
And sharp defending needed indeed. Very good save by Korbel through a group of players.
And they press and they squeeze again, Argentina, though. Messi loses it, but not for long. Fernandez. The swell of pressure is great now on Switzerland. Argentina giving everything they've got before another 30 minutes for not one, but both of these teams in these knockout rounds. Can Argentina find the winner?
Why?
Headed away by Akankah. Paredes. The referee has seen a foul inside that penalty area, so Switzerland are going to get a chance to breathe here for the pull on Moheim.
Here is this save. Again, it's Lisandro Martinez, the center back with the acrobatics. And that's a wonderful save. It goes through the legs of Lautaro Martinez. He wouldn't have seen it until very late.
And not for the first time in these knockout rounds at this World Cup. Switzerland and Argentina will need an extra 30 minutes. 1-1 at the end of the 90 in Kansas City.
Nanti temenin belanja bulanan, beli baju, nge-gym.
Akan kuhadapi dunia, tapi Indomie Jumbo dulu.
Introducing the ultimate protein drink. Lengkap dengan 16 gram protein. Power up with our protein-packed drinks only at Starbucks.
Nanti temenin belanja bulanan, beli baju, nge-gym.
Akan kuhadapi dunia, tapi Indomie Jumbo dulu.
Pemirsa, tidak cukup 2 kali 45 menit tentunya untuk menentukan siapakah akan lolos ke semifinal dari FIFA World Cup 2026 di babak 8 besar, di mana gol balasan dari Ndoye mampu menyamakan kedudukan menjadi 1-1. Ada 1 kartu merah juga didapatkan oleh Swiss, tentunya ini menjadi drama kembali terjadi, Coach Ian.
Iya, menarik tadi kita lihat kartu kuning kedua dari Bolo ya, yang dia melakukan diving dan tadi di awal wasit justru memberikan kartu kuning kepada Martinez dari Argentina dan direvisi menjadi kartu kuning kedua dan kartu merah. Ini tentunya membuat Swiss bermain lebih bertahan, hilang pemain dengan skor imbang 1-1 dan mencoba mempertahankan hasil ini dan memaksa mungkin sampai penalti.
Ya, kalau Ais melihat dengan pergantian pemain setelah kartu merah diberikan oleh wasit, Anda melihat apa yang ingin dicoba dilakukan oleh Murad Yakin?
Ya, kalau kita lihat memang Murad Yakin tampak melakukan pergantian. Ada beberapa nama yang cenderung kuat dalam defense ya. Whitmer dimasukkan, meskipun ada Amdoni ya, pemain depan yang juga dimasukkan. Artinya memang di sini Swiss mengisyaratkan bahwa mereka ingin bermain dengan low block, tapi juga mempersiapkan serangan balik cepat dengan mengantisipasi kehadiran Amdoni di situ.
Ya, saya lihat bahwa Scaloni cukup terkejut ya dengan apa yang diperagakan oleh Murad Yakin. Mereka mampu menyamakan kedudukan. Setelah itu mereka mampu bermain sangat rapat di daerah pertahanan mereka.
Ya, tadi bagaimana kita sudah bahas di halftime bahwa bagaimana untuk menciptakan gol ke Argentina adalah memanfaatkan sisi samping yang mereka kurang jumlah di sana, dan ini dimanfaatkan baik oleh Swiss dan 1 gol. Bahkan sebelum terjadinya gol tadi ada 2 peluang sebelumnya yang menjadi peluang juga berpotensi gol dari Swiss, namun memang pertahanan dan penyelamatan dari Martinez yang cukup baik.
Ya, Gregor Kobel juga harus berikan poin lebih ya.
Betul sekali, dan memang tadi kita lihat Gregor Kobel mampu melakukan beberapa penyelamatan ya, setidaknya memang dia bermain cukup bagus. Dia ada 1 save ya dilakukan oleh Gregor Kobel, tapi gol dari Swiss ini tidak lepas dari Argentina yang bermain tadi terlalu dalam ya. Tadi di halftime kita sudah bilang bahwa ini beresiko jika Argentina terus bermain terlalu dalam sehingga memungkinkan Swiss untuk bisa lebih mendekati gawang Argentina, dan kejadian dengan gol Doe tadi.
Ya, pergantian pemain juga dilakukan. Seperti Almada juga dimasukkan, ini menjadi satu kontra strategi yang coba dilakukan oleh pelatih dari Scaloni. Baik pemirsa, inilah perpanjangan waktu pertandingan antara Argentina menghadapi Swiss. Selamat menyaksikan.
It's been used in all but one of Argentina's games at this World Cup, Thiago Almada.
Penalti ini.
A very familiar face to people who view football in this very country, having had his highly successful spell with Atlanta United. And so for the second time in the knockout stage at this 2026 World Cup, it is extra time again for both Argentina and Switzerland. But do you anticipate, Brad Frieda, we are going to see more of the same in terms of Switzerland trying to sit in and absorb as much as possible?
Yeah, I'd like to see Murat Yakin figure out a way that they could get a bit of possession with the ball, but they've come out again with 5 across the back, that 3 in front of the back 5, and then just Amdouni up front. So I do see a long 30 minutes ahead for Switzerland.
Messi wins it back. McAllister had a swing at it, so did Martinez. And the ball spins away eventually in behind. It's going to be a corner. Nico Gonzalez was at the back of the queue waiting for his moment.
You see a lot of red bodies, red shirts. They're just going to try to have to throw their body, throw their head. Goalkeeper making saves.
Well, it was from this end of the stadium where Argentina scored via a Messi corner in the first half of this game. Almada, straight off the bench, what can he do?
Ya ampun.
There was an element of fatigue about that effort from Julian Alvarez.
Switzerland will be happy if that's what they're getting their opportunities from.
5 years ago yesterday, the first Lionel Scaloni triumph when Argentina beat Brazil in the Copa America final, in the Maracanã as well in Rio de Janeiro, and what a sparkling few years it has been with him at the helm. Argentina with the fresh legs on the pitch. Well worked that. Good save from Korbel. Almada getting himself into a good position.
Yeah, he's really good in these areas. You see there's 5 red shirts around, but he's still able to do a creative 1-2. Didn't get all of the strike.
Can almost play that Di Maria role now, can't he, Thiago Almada? I mean, he is 25, so he's moving into the wrong side of the 20s, but for a long time I think they've been talking about him and having the potential to be the long-term replacement for Di Maria.
Yeah, and he's a little bit different in his movements. He can definitely come inside a bit more than Di Maria did. Di Maria's passing and final ball was just superb, so he's going to have something to achieve if he's going to get that status.
Here is the substitute, Almada. A slip which was almost advantageous because it nearly came the way of Alvarez. Almada. Back it goes to Romero. He has no worries at the moment about anyone being behind him. They are high up, the 2 centre-halves. Martinez, he thought about it. Almada. Gonzalez. They are sticking to their task, Switzerland. Not even a brief sniff of a gap at the moment for Argentina. Messi. Almada. Gonzalez. This is Leandro Paredes. Happy to be patient, Argentina, and Switzerland, I think, likewise. Messi. Almada. Good hit, side netting. But it had many on their feet who just wondered whether the whiz kid had come up with something special there.
Well, since he's come on, the ball hasn't been on the right-hand side. It's only been on the left because of that man. He's cutting, he's getting opportunities to shoot or have combinations, just skims the outside of the post.
Oh, he has run himself dry, Denis Zakaria.
Yeah, really good shift.
And one of those who was sat on a yellow card for Switzerland. And of course, if they do make the semi-finals, Mbolo will not be able to play. But he has successfully walked the tightrope tonight. And Ardon Yashiri, who made his first ever World Cup start last time out against Colombia, is on in his place. But he enters the fray knowing that he's probably not going to see a great deal of the ball here.
Akankah and Elvedi have been absolutely immense in the back for Switzerland.
Royler pulled to the ground, and Almada, the latest to go into the book. Just very quietly, Remo Freuler has kept things ticking along alongside Granit Xhaka in that Swiss midfield.
Yeah, he was a big part of why they were performing so well in the second half. He had to take on a different role since the sending off.
It's the hand of Akankah that is asking for Xhaka to send the ball his way. Him and Elvedi, the 2 Swiss centre-halves there. Rare chance perhaps for Switzerland to unnerve Argentina given the circumstances of this game now. Xhaka's free kick intended for Akankah, who overstepped the mark. It's a free kick to Argentina.
Maju broad banget nanya.
The tension is high, it really is. There is a lot on the line for these two teams. Taro Martinez also going to get a booking, so that's a couple of quick yellows for Argentina.
That's something to keep an eye on for Switzerland. They'll know the players that are booked, perhaps try to get another one of them sent off so they can level the playing field again.
Argentina, the world champions, Switzerland, who have never been into a World Cup semi-final before. And actually, their last World Cup quarter-final, which was back in 1954, still remains the highest-scoring World Cup game of all time. They lost 7-5 to Austria in a tournament that Switzerland were actually hosting. Remarkably, Switzerland were 3-0 up inside 19 minutes of that match. By the time it was half-time, it was Austria 5, Switzerland 4. Here is the substitute, Yashiri. And the effort from a long way out from Xhaka, which I don't think panicked Martinez too much.
No, it was always going up and over, but at least Switzerland's had this couple of minutes of respite from defending in their own 18-yard box.
And Argentina are not hanging around, and they can't really afford to hang around. They have the numerical advantage. Can they breach this stubborn Swiss defence here? If anybody can come up with something to conjure something remarkable, it is Messi. But not that time. "32nd World Cup game tonight for Lionel Messi, 15th in the knockout stages. And with the little noise that will be ringing in the ear of all the Argentinian fans in here, that every time they see Messi now in the knockout stage at this World Cup, they will be aware that it could be his last. Almada taking it back off Paredes. Romero has come up with a big goal himself in recent days in the World Cup. Here's Messi. And again Messi. And now Argentina inside the Swiss penalty area, where they haven't really been able to get themselves into positions like this. And it doesn't last too long. Broken up by Amdouni.
Switzerland's doing a really good job of when Messi is coming across the 18-yard box, another defender's covering, and another one, and another one. I know it's thankless work, and it's hard, but you have to do that against someone as great as him.
And they might well be counting down the minutes, Switzerland. Argentina will be doing the same, but for entirely different reasons. One of them will feel like the time is racing by, and the other will sense that it is slowed down. Montiel. Messi. And he wants the free kick, and Argentina almost stopped to make sure that they get that free kick. And you know why? It's in Messi range.
It's just a question, but if they have possession of the ball, shouldn't you play on instead of calling the free kick? And he gets rid of the ball. It is a foul. He puts his body into him. But then Argentina had the ball to play on.
Ini gila mampus. Udah, dulu panas ingetnya.
And this spells caution for Switzerland.
I think Kobe will be quite happy that it's the distance it is. Not saying that Lionel Messi doesn't have the quality to score from here, but at least it'll give Kobe a good chance at a sight of the ball.
The brilliant cogs are whirring. Is this going to be another special Lionel Messi moment? Straight into the Swiss wall. Paredes. Paredes will continue here. Romada, McAllister. Messi. Switzerland playing with 10, and Argentina right now are playing with 10 as well. Not entirely sure, but I think that's Nico Gonzalez who is sat down. One way, blue and white traffic. McAllister. Far too much on that cross from him.
And again, Switzerland will be happy that this is rolled out of play.
Oh.
That was a scrape of the studs. Inadvertent, not meant. But very painful.
He's picked himself up now, the Atletico Madrid player, or at least he has been with Atletico Madrid this season on loan from Juventus.
Kalau ada ngomong ya elah cuma diinjek doang. Anjing. Keinjek tuh sakit edan mampus anjing keinjeknya. Keinjek sepatu pul lagi ini.
And in the final seconds of this first half of extra time. And at the moment, as was the case there from Yashari, everything from Switzerland is from range and is full of hope and not much more.
No, that one there, and Xhaka's earlier. But just to tick those extra seconds off the clock, I think will be a welcome sign for them.
60 seconds at the end of this first half of extra time. Still deliciously poised as Messi swings it in for Argentina. It's back across goal and away from danger. Still not moving Gonzalez, but he moved quick enough to almost provide an assist there. Paredes. Romero. McAllister.
Yo.
Montiel. Lisandro Martinez. Pushed back in by Gonzalez and behind for an Argentina corner, but they haven't got long to take it. Beyond the one additional minute at the end of this first half of extra time, Messi's corner. Over the bar by Romero. And now we are only 15 minutes away from penalties. Switzerland remains stubborn, sticking to their task, having been down to 10 since the red card for Mbolo in the 72nd minute. The legs might be weary, but the minds really need to be focused now if they are to cause the greatest shock, perhaps of this tournament so far. It remains at half-time of extra time. Argentina 1, Switzerland 1.
sekarang mah ada jaket cooler gitu bagus anjing.
Ya, kalau dari kacamata Coach Yayan seperti apa melihat Argentina sepertinya juga tidak berhasil menembus meskipun mereka unggul jumlah pemain.
Sedikit frustasi ya Argentina, mereka hanya bisa keluar mengelilingi defense yang compact dan disiplin dari Swiss ya. Dan kalau kita lihat bagaimana Messi akhirnya sebagai pengumpan harus keluar dari zona itu supaya dia bisa mendapatkan bola, karena kalau Messi tetap berada di dalam sulit tentunya untuk Messi bisa diberikan umpan. Atau beberapa kali kita lihat tadi Messi juga mencoba melakukan tendangan bebas tidak langsung atau langsung pun juga belum mengarah ke gawang ya.
Ya, ini pergantian pemain cukup berani ya dilakukan oleh Murat Yakin, memasukkan pemain-pemain dengan berkarakter lebih bertahan tapi cukup berhasil meredam Argentina.
Iya, dengan begitu praktis mereka, apalagi mereka kan bermain dengan 10 orang dengan kartu merah atau kartu kuning kedua yang diterima oleh Embolo. Paling masuk akal adalah mereka defense dan mereka mempersiapkan counter attack cepat. Dan itu cukup berhasil karena beberapa kali juga mereka bisa membuat Argentina panik ya dengan serangan balik mereka.
Ya, mungkin yang menjadi harus segera dibenahi oleh Argentina adalah memberikan ruang kembali untuk Messi ya. Untuk bisa lebih banyak memberikan aliran bola.
Ya, selain memberikan ruang, kemudian pergerakan di antara lini yang dilakukan pertahanan oleh Swiss perlu juga memanfaatkan set piece ya. Corner kick, free kick, bahkan lemparan ke dalam yang bisa saja ini menjadi senjata buat Argentina untuk bisa mencuri satu gol sebelum adu penalti.
Ya, Otamendi dimasukkan menggantikan Romero yang sudah kehabisan stamina sepertinya. Ya, baik pemirsa, kita saksikan perpanjangan waktu kedua di babak 8 besar. Argentina menghadapi Swiss. Selamat menyaksikan.
38 years old now, Otamendi.
38 tahun gila. Messi juga masih bisa main anjing Mas World Cup.
And so, 15 more minutes to play in Kansas City tonight. And Switzerland with the 10 are trying here to startle the world champions Argentina. And whatever happens tonight, they have done their nation proud. They were, I'm sure in many people's eyes, on top of the game when Embolo received his red card not too long after the equaliser from Ndoye.
Masih ke kanan lagi guys. Memang dari kanan sih, cuma memang dominan ke tengah.
Well, if you're going to lose the ball, lose it there. Deep in Argentina's half for a throw-in. Should be taking it next to the corner flag.
Last team to beat Switzerland in a competitive game was Spain in the UEFA Nations League in November of 2024. They are a tough nut to crack. That's McAllister landing on the toes of Muheim.
Each one of these fouls Switzerland will be happy with because it can take up to 30 seconds to a minute off the clock. Plus they get a half chance on a set piece.
And once more, the prominent aerial threats have gone forward. Akanji and Alvedi. And Vidma is in there too. Martinez and Gonzalez trying to keep an eye on Akanji. The free kick is a super one.
Anjing rawas.
That was bent in with some purpose from Granit Xhaka there.
Yeah, it's the best service they've had on a set piece today. Horrible one to defend.
But now they are having to assume a position that has been one of regularity for them in the last half an hour or so. Back into their defensive shape once more, Switzerland. This is Messi. And bringing it away is Zeki Amdouni, but he is all on his own. And he's surrounded by players, Amdouni, and he's managed to burst his way through, and he just wants the return pass now, which wasn't good enough from the participating Vidma.
Seems like Murat Yakin has said, if you can have a chance and you feel good, go and join in with Amdouni. We've seen on a couple of occasions now 2 or 3 players going with him.
McAllister, and like a magnet, the ball lands at Messi's feet. McAllister. Almada. Gonzalez. Thiago Almada for Argentina. Messi. Sandro Martinez. Almada. They're trying to craft something almost like a thing of beauty here, Argentina.
I think he thought McAllister was going to step forward for a first-time hit.
Martinez. Out of the reach of Lautaro Martinez.
McAllister just wasn't on the same page as Thiago Almada. Here's that service. It's a really well-defended ball by Lautaro Martinez, going back towards your own goal, in between the goalkeeper and the attackers.
An intervention from him that was almost as good as the intervention for the winner against Egypt. Jose Manuel Lopez on for Leandro Paredes for Argentina. So that is another striker onto the pitch. It is, I would say now, as full frontal really as Argentina possibly can be in terms of having strikers on the pitch.
No real positions, they're just all across, and then let Messi get the ball and try to feed you.
But the nerves will be creeping in, certainly amongst the supporters. Messi for Argentina, caught by Korbel.
Good goalkeeping. That's what you want. You're a defender, you're tired. You just hear that shout from your goalkeeper, and you're so happy.
Took him 13 internationals to earn his very first clean sheet, Gregor Korbel, but he is one of the standout goalkeepers in Europe right now. Brilliant season with Borussia Dortmund in Germany. Shari can't keep it in. Never beaten Argentina before, Switzerland. 8th game between them tonight. And maybe the only way they are going to beat them is via a spot kick situation from here. That's what ultimately Switzerland are playing for. A situation that Argentina do not want. Messi! Shoveled away by Korbel. Lautaro Martinez. Julian Alvarez! Wow!
Wah, emang udah bola Alvarez kayak gitu nendangnya.
The quality of a world champion right there from Julian Alvarez. And Argentina have their extra time get-out clause again.
Wah. Wah, itu tendangan gila anjing.
Just truly remarkable stuff. It started with Lionel Messi and a great save by Kobo. It comes over to Julian Alvarez, and what a way to get your first ever World Cup goal. And it's just a magnificent strike. It is going up and over the goal and wide until you see that vicious dip. Kobo is just left helpless. Heartbreak for Switzerland at this moment in time, and just complete relief for Argentina.
Spellbinding stuff from Julian Alvarez. A noise like no other inside Kansas City Stadium. His first goal of this World Cup, and one that he will never forget. They call him El Araña, the spider, because of this ability to look like he had multiple legs. I think the goalkeeper, Korbel, could have been a spider with multiple arms there. He wouldn't have stopped it.
No, that's one of those strikes, I'm afraid, that from a goalkeeper standpoint is just virtually impossible to save. See, tempers are flaring here before the kickoff.
Well, Lopez is one of those that has been booked, having only just come onto the pitch. And now the Swiss tactics have to change again. Off comes Freuler. This is Ruben Vargas, who was the man to the rescue. His spot kick won it against Colombia in the round of 16.
And you've also seen the Argentinian players. They're talking of who's playing in what positions now. They have virtually 5 strikers on the pitch.
It's a really good point. Who is going to sit in now and try and defend this? And if that is to be the winning goal from Alvarez, and if Argentina do go on and win the World Cup again, they will be talking about that goal for decades to come. But we aren't done yet. Attacked by Amdouni. This is Widmer for Switzerland, who need to find more heart now. Xhaka. Nicely floated ball. Out comes Martinez. Claims it with authority.
Good goalkeeping. That's a floated ball. You know you're either going to get hit by an attacking player, or you're going to have to hit your own player. He chose the latter.
He'd have been wondering, I think, for quite a sizable period of this extra time, Emi Martinez, whether he was going to be needed in a shootout here. And they are having a sweet release now.
Well, McAllister's going to have to come off the pitch. Oh no, because the medicus didn't come out. Sweetest of strikes.
Unstoppable.
34 km per jam ya.
The aim of Alvarez and the aim for Argentina to go on and win another World Cup. Closing in on that semi-final 4 days from now against England. As it stands, it will be those two in Atlanta. Unless Switzerland can dig deep than perhaps they've ever dug before.
Yes.
And there is little more he can do from here, Murat Yakin.
No, he's really unlucky. He had a brilliant halftime. He came out and his team were magnificent until Embolo was sent off. Truly magnificent.
Anjing mulai tengil tuh si Dibu anjing.
But they are the extra time specialists, Argentina. They have done it time and again through the years. Yashari for Switzerland, one of those who is fresh legs and has won them a free kick here.
He has to be careful. Lopez came on. He's already been booked. That could have been a second booking.
And it wasn't too long ago that he sent in the most beautiful free kick that nearly led to a Switzerland goal. Something similar required here from the Granit Xhaka shelf.
Similar position.
And most in red are committed forward for it from Xhaka off the top of the one-man Argentinian wall, which was Lionel Messi. "90 seconds plus stoppage time from the end. Akanji has stayed up there. But Switzerland, with bodies forward, are now open, and it can all be sealed here. It is Messi for Argentina. Lionel Messi. It's a corner off the shins of Xhaka.
Next best thing for Argentina to get a corner. Take some of those precious seconds off the clock. Difficult to waste time now with the new rules in place.
It appears it is going to be the first game of this World Cup that is going to pass by without a Lionel Messi goal in it. Someone else's turn for the headlines tonight. Julian Alvarez's name is going to be up in lights tomorrow. I imagine in Buenos Aires and beyond, they will be bouncing right now.
Jing.
Is there any more in the Swiss tank? They have 4 minutes. There is still time for Switzerland. There is still time for the nerves of Argentina to be activated. The 10 men of Switzerland, Yashari, deep ball towards Vidmo, almost took his eye off it right at the end. And it's hurried out of play. It didn't quite cross the line. Xhaka has it again for Switzerland. But he has it taken away from him by Alvarez. And now suddenly Argentina with Almada can seal it. Almada, the save, but the follow-up is in. Lautaro Martinez sends Argentina to the semi-finals. And Switzerland's brave challenge is at its end. Atlanta and England. Here come the Albiceleste.
Well, Switzerland were throwing caution to the wind. And when that happens, the likelihood that I was going to end up 2-1 was very low. They were either going to go to 2-2 or this would happen. Very good save by Kobel. Thiago Almada really took off with his jets. Lautaro Martinez with the simplest of finishes. And that does seal it for an England v Argentina semi-final in Atlanta.
Well, he was the talk of the town, Lautaro Martinez, for his sublime ball that won the game against Egypt via Enzo Fernandez's head, and now he has a goal of his own. And this one takes Argentina over the finish line. And tonight it is all about the men that surround Messi rather than the man himself. Well, they haven't had a moment like this, I don't think, really, in the knockout stage so far. Argentina, some minutes to relax, to be at peace of the situation.
No, they've had backs up against the wall and against two much smaller nations, football-wise, than them, where there would have been a lot of criticism if they had been knocked out. I do think they were a little fortunate in this game with the way that it panned out with Embolo sending off. Switzerland started this second half remarkably well.
And for the first time since the FIFA rankings were introduced back in 1992, we are going to have all of the top four in the pre-tournament rankings in the semi-final of a World Cup. In every single sense, the stars have shone.
Udah nggak mau nge-press. Udah nggak mau nge-press anjing.
Argentina's pursuit of greatness goes on. They will go back to Atlanta, back to the scene of their miraculous escape from the clutches of the Egyptians. And now, just 2 wins from ultimate glory again.
Pemirsa, baru saja kita saksikan bagaimana hasil akhir pertandingan. Mental juara Argentina berhasil membuat mereka menjadi tim terakhir yang lolos ke fase semifinal di FIFA World Cup 2026 dengan mengalahkan Swiss dengan skor 3-1. Gol tambahan dari Julian Alvarez dan juga Lautaro Martinez membuat Argentina kembali membukukan hasil maksimal ketika mereka selalu menghadirkan kekalahan bagi Swiss. Skor akhir Argentina 3, Swiss 1.
Iya, pergantian yang cukup tepat, kemudian bagaimana intensitas pertandingan ditingkatkan di fase kedua extra time, dan memang Argentina seperti yang kita katakan di awal, lambat panas, diesel, dan akhirnya memang tidak sanggup bermain dengan 10 pemain sejak babak kedua dan akhirnya menyerah di extra time kedua.
Ya, ini untuk ketiga kalinya ya Argentina di fase knockout selalu bikin deg-degan dan selalu ditentukan di akhir-akhir pertandingan menghadapi Cape Verde, kemudian menghadapi Mesir, setelah menit 80 mereka baru ngegas, dan sekarang juga bahkan sekarang di babak kedua perpanjangan waktu mereka